Hi, my name is László Külüs. At first time, let me introduce myself. I'm a Hungarian painter and art teacher. I taught 3 years in a primary school in Budapest, it is the capital of Hungary, and it is my first try to make an English language video about art history. And my first theme is the prehistoric art. And in the first time I started to draw an stone flint. It is a flint knife. It was made earlier than 25,000 BC. It is the most older human-made thing in the world, and the prehistoric man could it use for meat cutting and cut for everyone, and they could it put in an axe or could it use as a hammer or something else. At first I am drawing the shape of a knife. It was made from stone, so it has a plain surface. I'm making some different shapes on it, like a labored surface. The shadows increase plasticity of drawing. At first, I add as a base layer and base tone. It will be the stone darkness. Then I will decide which side of the stone will be brighter. It will be of the sunny side of it. On the darker side, I use stronger, darker tones. In drawing, we are using usually two different shadows type. The usually less darker is self-shadow, and the darker is the dropped shadow. On this draw, the self-shadows we see on the surface of flint knife, but technically we don't see drop shadows because this stone isn't on a table or on plate, so it hasn't drop shadows. And finally, I use the easel and clean the paper around the drawing. I remove the not important lines around it. I drop here some shadow, black shadow. And the bottom of it should be darker, because if somebody is darker, it looks like more heavier. Yeah. And it's ready now. My second drawing that I started now is a small statue, Venus of Willendorf. It was made in 25,000 BC. And you can find now the statue in Vienna in the Nature History Museum. It is an 11 centimeter high, small prehistoric stone figure. It is an fertility figure. The prehistoric man hoped if give a figure look like this to a woman, it will help to born more healthy children in the tribe. It was so important. I started the contour of it. I find the knees. I give a base layer as a base shadow, it will be the stone color or stone darkness. Yeah, it should be a little bit bigger. Yes. So, it hasn't face because in the prehistoric portrait, for example, could stolen the paper's soul, and they don't want to make it real portrait. The face is the mirror of a soul, so they use geometric shapes, small rounds, forms on the full head. And it goes, she hasn't face. Its body parts that are important in the motherhood are oversized. These oversized forms gave the magic. Now I'm making the round forms on the head. Not on the full head, but just 2 or 3 lines. Yeah, it has hands, but actually these are so small. Some reflex light, then I put back some base shadow. Here I'm using a darker shadow because it will push back the other leg and it will make some space. Now I'm cleaning the paper around it. And that's all. It's ready.